What does beating up this kid have to do with love? So maybe I can enlighten you. You see, what you just saw is a literal explanation of tough love. Tough love is a strategy that, although existed throughout the world, it wasn't officially introduced until 1979. That's when David York and Phyllis York, the two famous parents that were therapists as well, wrote the most famous book, Tough Love Solutions. Now, you see, tough love is intended to solve the behavioral issues of kids and teenagers. It uses discipline and love together, combined. And that's what's great about it. Now, you see, it challenges the parental guidance and the kids' behavior. And that's one of the rare strategies that actually do that. Now, because it looks so forward in the future and makes you lay out a plan for your child, what he's gonna do, how he's gonna get money when he grows up, how he's gonna live. Families with money trouble can't use the strategy because families with money trouble won't be looking to lay out the plans in the future. They're going to be looking to lay out the supper on the table. They're going to be looking to survive to the next day. They won't be bothered with this high expectations of life. All they want to do is survive. Now, the process of tough love, although might seem complicated combined, if you take each step alone, it's really simple. You just have to resource yourself. You have to define boundaries. You have to create clear consequences. Communicate intelligently. And finally, you have to love and encourage like there's no tomorrow. If I tell you to resource yourself alone, kiddo, without anything else, it's no problem. You're just gonna not yourself, your child in this situation. Now, if I tell you to create that you need to create clear consequences and love and encourage like there's no tomorrow at the same time, now here's where you find the problem. Because as a parent, you don't know when to be your son or daughter's ally, to love and encourage her in everything she does, and when to be the bad guy who has to take away her privileges, who has to punish her and limit her to what she does. That's the thing that the measure between love and discipline can affect this strategy. And you know what? You can't form a formula of love and discipline like 55% love and 45% discipline and say I'm gonna use this on all my children, because guess what? They're not the same. No child is the same as the other. To what we know until now, there are like 3 kinds of kids. Okay? There's a kind that responds only to punishments. That's where you need like 80% tough, 20% love. there's a kind that responds to prizes. And the goal here is to somehow trick him into thinking that the ultimate prize is love. There's another kind, and here's the easiest kind. The one that responds to love. The one that you don't need to spend any effort on except to explain to him what's right, what's wrong, and make sure he knows that you love him. Now, the thing is that most parents don't do their research before they use this strategy. They have to know each and every kid before they use it. You can't use the same method you use on a child that responds to consequences on a child that responds to love. That would be crazy. Okay, that would mess him up for the rest of his life and break him inside. This strategy, as you can see, isn't all pros, you know. It has gone wrong. It has gone wrong a lot of times. So wrong that over 3,000 kids have been taken away from their families. Because it reaches a point where parents pour acid on their daughter just because she talked to a boy. And that results in situations like what happened a month ago with the Egyptian girl that sent her boyfriend over to kill her parents just because her parents didn't approve of them together. Well, it kind of depends on how the parents raise their child. Like, if they're too tough on them, it could mess them up and break them inside, and they would go on for the rest of their lives hating their parents. But if they are too loving and aren't really tough on their child, they would be counted as useless. Because they would be always on their children's side and never oppose them, never enforcing their consequences, so the children wouldn't ever listen to them. They would be useless in their children's life. However, it can also change a person's life to success. Like Shahira Diab, although she was daughter of a billionaire, but she spent her summers selling ice cream until she grew up to be the owner of all the Beano's and La Poire restaurants. At only 27 years old, it's your decision to how you want to use this strategy. But please remember, you have to resource your kid first. You have to know him before you use anything with him. And most importantly, you need to respect your kids. You